What the fuck is up, sports fans? You might know me. My name is Krubone. You might know me from the streams that I did on Twitch or YouTube or TikTok, or I think we've been streaming on 3 platforms. Please follow, please. By the way, what I'm going to show you next right now is the deck that I've been using in the OCG format post Blazing Dominion, which is gonna be Pure Mitsurugi. Now, before I open the box, please do not be sad, because there's gonna be a time where you can buy this high rarity card. You know, it's a process, okay? Please just don't be sad. Don't be like, oh, I mean, just, you know, it's just a high rarity card, you know. By the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, we are going straight to the deck profile, okay? And we are running the triple Habakiri. Habakiri just screams you can do whatever you want. You can add a monster from your deck to the hand. You can add a spell from the deck to the hand. You can add a monster or a spell card from a banishment or the graveyard. Or just, you know, you could just like fuck your mom. I don't know, man. You can just basically do anything with Habakiri. So that's a 3-off, right? Right now. And then we are only running 2 Murakumo. Now, I was hesitant at first because of the new introduction of the ritual support, which was the end of the world ruler. But in hindsight, I think I need more gas in the Mitsurugi deck, in the sense that I need more level 4s to special summon off prayers. I need more consistency boosts. So with that in mind, I only do 2 Murakumo and the 1 Futsu. So that's just a regular count of Mitsurugi cards. And now we are going to get to the bread and the butter, which is the end of the world ruler. Now, please don't ask me how can I afford this card, but this card just basically screams you can special summon or you can activate the effect of Mitsurugi Ritual twice per turn. Like, so if once per turn is not enough, you can go further, you know, you can go more hog wild, nuts to butts, like no rubber even. You can just go wild with this card, right? However, it's not a 1-card combo. You still need to pair it off with like any of your ritual monster, but still, when it pops off, your opponent might probably just like already piss his pants, whatever. So this card is insane. Moving on, we are running the standard list. Well, this is not really standard, but like instead of having 3 Murakumo, I'm running 3 Aramasa. With the idea of 3 Aramasa is still 3 Murakumo as well, right? This adds a monster which still then adds the Murakumo. So it really doesn't hurt the consistency of anything. But then you still have like more level 4s, and for bonus effect, you are more likely to dodge Droll with this 2 card, which is the Aramasa and the Prayer, right? So I think maximizing on these 2 card in combination, which will make your deck more likely playable under Droll. So that's, you know, pretty fucking cool. The rest of the cards still, like, I think pretty still self-explanatory. We have 1 Saji, 1 Kusanagi, and the 1 Night Sword Serpent, right? 1 Night Sword Serpent is just for another extra body you have. It's a level 4. You can go exceed level 4 and do some crazy stuff from there, you know? Same. Now, For the spell card, we are running 3 prayer. Oh, right. We're skipping spell cards first because this is, I think, more interesting to take it on first. We are running for hand trap the 2 Ash, 1 Maxi, triple Fua, 1 Nip to grab off your Gallant Granite. I know Nib is really not that good in this format, but I still want to have like a target, a valid target to have in case I want to go to Gallant Granite play, because I actually just sided out going first, like in game 3 or like game 2, for some like goofy ass card that I'm gonna show it in the side deck, right? And then in the start of like Blazing Dominion, we have Harmonia. The Harmonia is a level 7 dragon type tuner monster, which can be special summoned when your opponent activate a monster from the field. What you can do is you reveal this card and an extra level and an extra 5 synchro cards from the deck, and then you dump one of them, special summon this card, and then pop one, and depends on whatever you basically send off to the graveyard, it activates. So if you send off Herald from Harmonia, that's just a 1 card starter, right? If you send off, let's say you send off Malong, right? It's just a bounce. You target 1 card, bounce it out of your hand. If you send off Packbit, discard 1 card, and then your opponent card, target one your opponent card, and then just put it on your spell trap, right? Basically make it useless. So any of these cards is just insane, I think. I will show you what Harmonia can really do apart from just like special summon and pop and like do extra crazy stuff after that. But it's just the card's still in the extra deck, right? So before we go into it, we are going to go into the spell card. Right now, we are running the triple prayer, 1 pre-prep, 1 pot of prosperity, triple Mitsurugi ritual, and the 1 mirror. We don't need anything. Cold buy. I mean, we run cold buy in the side deck, but the idea is the deck just, it's kind of like full gas at this point, but still have like still a good form of like interruption, you know? So it has like a good solid going second, going first as well, and it has some like potential board breaking ability. So card's insane. I don't think the spell lineup changes that much, but it really does. I think it's perfect, right? So right now, the semi-limited card, the 2 impulse. I guess we can safely say that if you don't run impulse and your deck can run impulse, but you don't have impulse, I don't think you should just like maybe stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, because impulse is just a good card. You know, it's card's insane. Activated from the hand, nothing's gonna happen to you because your whole deck is basically a dark monster. So it's just another hand trap essentially. And if you have another trap in the graveyard, it pops. So I mean, you know. And then another star from the new box, the Blazing Dominion, is the Dominus Spark. Now, Dominus Spark, you might say that, hey, it's bad because then if you don't have a trap card, what you gonna do? Then your opponent gonna special summon something from the hand, right? That is stupid. Because what you're gonna do with Spark is you're gonna let your opponent play, and then what's gonna happen is once your opponent, like, let's say he has like 3 cards in hand, 2 cards in hand left, so you go activate the spark, target one card to banish, right? And then it got banished, and then your opponent might probably don't have anything worth to special summon anyways. So it's basically a card with no drawback if you use it smartly, which I think it's unlikely, you know? And the last card of the deck is the Mitsurugi Great Purification. It's the Omni Negate of the deck. You can set it easily off anything because Mitsurugi just search for everything basically. But it's a clean 40 card list that is really consistent, I think. Now we're moving on into the side deck. And then now we're going straight to the extra deck. We are running the target for our Harmonia, which is like a 6 card synchro card, which is gonna be a pack bit that we have talked about earlier. We have Malong, which can bounce. We have Omega, which basically just a form of recursion to grab back anything that you need off the graveyard, or like maybe just like to try to disrupt your opponent graveyard, right? And then one Herald to turn that Harmonia into a 1 card combo. And then this is, I think, is really cute. Is Harmonia is level 7 and our Mitsurugi, the little Mitsurugi guys, is level 4. So you can actually turn it into the Psychic and Punisher, which is basically a tower that banishes and probably OTKU once it hits the field. So I don't know about you, but that's pretty fucking cool because when you activate prayer, most likely you are, well, not only prayer. When you activate prayer and let's say the end of the world ruler, you have to pay 800, and then you have to pay another 2k, which will then put you under like your opponent life point, right? And then you summon this of Harmonia and a level 4 Mitsurugi out of nowhere, and then this card just goes big and unaffected, you know. So card's insane. And the last card that we run in the synchro package is actually Chaos Angel. Now Chaos Angel is not really special. You cannot really special summon it right now. I mean in game 1. But in game 2, I will show you why I think Chaos Angel is a good pick. Right now, then we're moving on into the link. We are running 1 IP, 1 SP, and 1 Dynamondo. So I think that's the only well, you can argue there are a lot of like another link that is good, but I think this is the most solid link that you can, since we have taken so much space for Harmonia. So I guess running 3 links is not bad, right? The 1 gallon granite to grab off that nib, but then you still have another target in the side deck. 1 Dingirsu in case you already drew your targets, then you can draw 1, discard 2, you can special summon off 1 in the graveyard, or you can OTK someone with not Dingers, it was the Garis. I am so sorry. So it was the Garis. So basically, yeah, same thing though. Now we are running the Dragon at Ignister. This is more or less is a meta call because there are a lot of like card that destroys right now. That's why I chose to run cards that let me try to dodge a card destroying effect, because it's kind of hurt Mitsurugi in the long run. So I think having one, having not, I'm not really having one card that like kind of protects it from like destroying, card destroying effect, but that card stays. And then one Utopic Ray Lancer. This card is an OTK machine. What you can do is after you go full Natsubat's action with your like Xyz monster, you go dump one of your spell and trap, right? Which is probably you're not gonna use it anymore, and then you special summon this off that Xyz monster, and then it gets the attack of the monster. It negates anything in the battle phase, so you are well good. And if your opponent is not dead, you can just go into Zeus. And then I don't know if I was your opponent, I'm probably gonna just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go probably just call my mom and just tell her to pick me up, you know? Because it's just at that point I don't see why we're still playing. And then the last card of the extra deck is Dingirsu. Now Dingirsu is more of a low level late monster that you can seize basically for your ritual monster, right? So let's say it's more of a going second card, so you can send something off and then still protects your card from to get destroyed. So I think it's pretty fucking nice. Now we are going to get to the bread and the butter of the deck. I think this is the most exciting part of Mitsurugi, because like the rest is just Mitsurugi being Mitsurugi, right? In the extra deck, we are running the triple Purulia. Now, Purulia is more of a way for us to counter killer tunes, to counter Radiant Typhoon that has been running around. So I think Purulia has a place in the side deck. Nothing to explain from there. I think that card's pretty fucking insane. We're still running Wusu, Mitsurugi Wusu. It's basically a way for you to just not only to like remove from place something like a tower that you cannot get rid of, which maybe there are a lot of, since Power Patrol is kind of is getting more popular right now. So I think running one of this, which you can easily search it off, I think it's still like good, you know? I mean, a form of removal that you could search it off easily is never bad, right? And then, of course, the one red reboot and the one Harpy Feather Duster for your Dracotail matchup. And then for the pure Mitsurugi matchup, or like other decks, we didn't run Droll, but instead what we run is the Bestials. Now, we are running one Magnamut, one Druisworm, one Baldrake. Let's just pretend this is the one Baldrake. So we actually run 4 Bestials in the main deck, in the side deck, because what's gonna happen is this can search off Harmonia, which then kind of layers you into another form of interruption. So special summoning this equals another Harmonia, which then threatens your opponent from not activating any effect on the field, right? Now the reason being that I'm running 2 Baldrake instead of just maybe running another card is because Baldrakes actually have some good synergies with Mitsurugi, because Baldrake effect is to, when your opponent special summon a monster from the extra deck, what you can do is you go Chainlink 1 tribute off your Mitsurugi card, which will then triggers them to come back and pop off from there. So running two Baldric is actually just really good. It actually just, you have like kind of like three names, right? Yeah, you have three names. You have three bestial names, which are the best count for like bestials, I think. And the last card is actually just shifter. I don't have the shifter yet. I think I lost it, but this is just shifter because shifter is just good against Director Tail. It's good against Killer Tune. It's good against some of the decks. I mean, shifter is just shifter, right? If you draw it, you probably gonna win the game. If you didn't draw it, it's fine, I guess. And the last four card of the deck is gonna be one called by, two of a solemn judgment, and the one Pachi. Now, you might be wondering, well, why run Pachi, right? So the idea was going first, you're gonna take out your nib, right? Switch it off to Pachi. Now, if you somehow opens a hand which does not requires you to normal summon anything, what you can do is you can go straight to Gallant Granite, go full combo from there, and after that, you just normal summon Pachi. I know you might be asking, then I cannot special summon monster 2 then what the fuck should I do? You didn't have to do anything. Pachi just stands there. If your opponent cannot remove it from play, you're just gonna OTK him next turn. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter it turns off your engine, it just turns off everything, right? Just you just chill. If your opponent somehow just like it's basically if you happen to summon Pachi, then the game just turns into a protect the castle, right? It just how you're gonna protect your Pachi from not getting removed. Even if it got removed, your opponent still have to play through your Mitsurugi. So with that, I think it's pretty fucking insane. I was still testing about the Solemn Report card, which was released in Blazing Dominion. Upon further consideration, I think I kind of wanna like implement one of maybe just run two by placing off called by. I still don't know. I still need further testing, but I think this is I think the deck's pretty solid. Tried it in the tournament, went X1, and you know it's deck's just still good, you know. Yeah. So with that in mind, I will update you if the deck just changes process, but I think that's gonna be it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.